The Spurs have just locked in De'Aaron Fox on a 4-year, $229 million extension, and he's ready to prove he's worth every single dollar. Fox brings a dynamic element the Spurs simply don't have anywhere else on their roster, a true one-on-one assassin. He's the kind of player you hand the ball to, clear out, and watch as he dismantles whoever's in front of him for easy buckets. Last season, among players who ran at least 2 isolation possessions per game, Fox, alongside Kevin Durant, was tied for the most points per possession in the entire NBA. That's elite territory. His blazing speed and elite handle leave defenders scrambling, desperately trying to keep up with his agility. On drives to his left, defenders rarely stand a chance. But don't be fooled, Fox is just as deadly going right, exploding past his man in a blur with no hope of recovery. And if a defender somehow cuts off his first move, Fox has the patience, craft, and lightning-quick counters to beat them on the second attempt, often without even creating much space beforehand. He's a master at turning slivers of opportunity into full-blown breakdowns. On top of that, he's fearless in contact, drawing fouls and finishing through defenders. And when you switch a big onto him, he has the speed, agility, and change of direction that leave bigs flat-footed while Fox glides to the rim. But here's the real separator, his finishing. It's not just that he gets to the rim, it's that he converts at an elite rate. Compared to other guards, Fox's ability to end a possession with a bucket in traffic is what elevates him from a great driver to one of the most dangerous rim finishers in the game. But if there's one area in his ISO game where there's still room for growth, it's his jump shooting. Last season, among high-volume mid-range scorers, Fox ranked in the bottom third of the league in efficiency, hitting just 41.2% of his attempts. From deep, it was a similar story. He finished in the bottom 5 in pull-up three-point shooting efficiency among high-volume shooters. And yet, despite those shooting numbers, Fox ended the year as the best isolation player in the entire league. That speaks volumes about just how dominant he is one-on-one. Now imagine if he bumps those percentages up by even 2 or 3 points. Suddenly you're looking at a player who could stand alone as the best one-on-one scorer in basketball next season. And we haven't even touched on his clutch performance.
By Wells, 6 seconds. Fox puts it on the deck, slams on the brakes. His fadeaway is in with 1.8. Grizzlies gotta go.
Fox thrives when the game is on the line. Not long ago, he claimed the inaugural Clutch Player of the Year award for the 2022-23 season, shooting an incredible 52.9% from the field in crunch time. While the past 2 seasons haven't reached those same heights, he's still been highly reliable, posting 43.9% and 46.5% in clutch situations. Numbers that actually top stars like DeMar DeRozan, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards, and even Steph Curry. That level of composure under pressure is exactly what makes Fox such a valuable weapon. When the Spurs find themselves in a nail-biter, they know they have a star they can trust to rise to the moment and bury the shot that seals the game. But Fox's impact in crunch time goes far beyond scoring. He's an elite playmaker, one who is more than capable of punishing a defense for any mistake. If opponents overhelp on ISO situations, Fox has the vision, IQ, and pinpoint passing to find a cutter diving to the rim or a shooter camped out on the wing. Even when defenses send the double team, he is able to read the floor and deliver the right pass without a hint of panic. And maybe the most exciting part of Fox's contract extension with San Antonio is the potential of his partnership with Wemby. That pick-and-roll duo could become one of the scariest in the league next season.
Doing it this end. Fox, Mr. Clutch in the fourth quarter. Wembanyama, tough shot. It's good.
Last season, with Wemby sidelined for most of the season, we only caught glimpses of what that connection could be. But Fox's play as a pick-and-roll initiator already showed how sharp his decision-making and read and react skills are. The Spurs ran a lot of horns action for him, a clever twist on the standard pick and roll. Instead of one screener, you've got 2 stationed at the top of the key, giving Fox the freedom to attack either direction. This setup also clears out potential help defenders, creating clean driving lanes. And if the defense does collapse, it often opens up a direct passing lane to a wide open corner 3. But here's where San Antonio really shows its attention to detail. They're deliberate about who they put in these spots. Take this first clip, for example. The 2 best three-point shooters on the floor for the Spurs are Champagny and Keldon. One is utilized as the screener, the other is used as a spot-up shooter in the corner. The Mavs decide to switch on this action, with Max Christie ending up on Fox, a favorable matchup for the best ISO player in the league last season. As Fox attacks Christie, notice how Sochan, the weaker shooter of the two screeners, ends up rolling to the basket, while Champagny, the better shooter, pops out beyond the arc. Even though the switch leads to Fox simply going one-on-one and drilling a jumper, you can still see the underlying design give Fox multiple built-in advantages, whether to score himself or create for a teammate. Now watch the next clip, but this time focus on Keldon, who is going to be the roll man on this play. At first, he sets a basic screen trying to make it hard for Jaden to go over it, but as soon as he notices Jaden trying to duck under, Keldon quickly adjusts his screening angle, sealing off Jaden's path. Meanwhile, Nas, who is playing too far off Fox, leaves a huge pocket of space for Keldon to roll into. Fox threads the bounce pass, and with Jaden completely out of the play, Randall is forced to rotate off the corner shooter. Keldon finishes with an open dunk, but even there, he had the option to kick it to Castle in the corner, Castle's sweet spot and his most efficient three-point look. The beauty of this play isn't just the clean execution, it's how naturally it layers scoring threats, giving the ball handler multiple ways to exploit any defensive crack. And that's exactly why I picked this clip. Beyond the Spurs' young stars, their role players are incredibly sharp, high IQ pieces who make those stars shine even brighter. Just like in that earlier play, Keldon's quick heads-up adjustment turned into a gift-wrapped assist for Fox. This is a team that constantly puts each other in winning positions. Now picture that same horns action next season, but with Wemby, Vassell, Barnes, and another versatile weapon. Fox initiates, and the other four can morph into any role: a corner sniper, a pick-and-pop threat, or a dangerous roll man. With that kind of interchangeable firepower, defending the Spurs is going to be a nightmare. Sure, the Spurs haven't really used Castle as a pick-and-pop option in those horn sets yet, mainly because his three-point shot isn't quite there. But just imagine if he comes back this offseason with a respectable outside jumper. That's another weapon unlocked, another wrinkle for defenses to worry about. This team's offensive versatility, combined with their understanding of spacing, angles, and off-ball movement, is already scary. And we haven't even touched on their incoming rookies, Dylan Harper and Carter Bryant, and the unique tools they'll add to the mix. Yes, this breakdown started with De'Aaron Fox, but somewhere along the way it turned into a full-on Spurs breakdown, and that's exactly the point. San Antonio isn't built around just one or two stars. There are rosters stacked with high IQ, unselfish players who constantly elevate each other's games. We focused on one particular set. The Spurs love running for Fox, but trust me, there's a whole playbook of actions they run that showcase the same creativity and intelligence of their players. With a sharp coaching staff guiding them, the growth we're seeing now is just the beginning. So, whether you bleed silver and black or not, you're going to want to keep your eyes on this team next season. Until then, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the support as always, and I can't wait to dive into more film with you next time.
De'Aaron Fox's second game as a Spur.